Bonefish.
Have you ever heard it in its context? It's like
the actual peace bone sample, or the melody,
the Bonefish,
or the Bonefish. I have not. No.
The guy going Bonefish.
What's it from?
Oh, it's pretty funny. It's from like a scientific textbook, basically.
Of course.
It's like listing out the genus and species of this particular fish.
Of course.
Albula vulpes by Mary P. Fish.
LNS catalog number 111931.
Family 028, Albulidae. Species 028.001, Albula vulpes, bonefish.
Outdoor pen at Bimini. Bandpass filter 30 to 600 hertz.
Incredible. How did this even come across their eardrums from 1951? I think, I'm gonna say it. I think there's some Beatles comparisons to this band. You get a group of four guys,
couple of mop tops,
4 mop top guys
from the East,
who are really good at writing pop melodies, who can also experiment. And you have kind of like the duo, the dynamic duo, Lennon-McCartney and
totally
Noah and
2 chief songwriters,
Noah and Dave. And then you kind of have this third outsider songwriter who's like a secret gun hired hand.
There you go. Oh,
George Harrison and Deacon,
Whoa.
Yeah.
And Geologist does for sure have Ringo vibes.
Yeah. And I mean,
wow.
I feel like, Animal Collective has a very American way of singing, I think, and it's hard to place what that is. Maybe it's the kind of singing happy songs in a dark way and dark things in a happy way. And whereas the Beatles, they have that very British kind of accent that sometimes Animal Collective has. Not really, though. I mean, the obvious comparison is the Beach Boys and Brian Wilson and stuff, but they have that 60s vocal harmony vibe. Both groups do,
Totally. Yeah, I know they've said that they're like Revolver guys, right? Like, I think maybe that's,
I don't know.
Their favorite Beatles
I'm not
record.
the Beatles expert. I don't know.
Definitely both. Yeah. I mean, obviously the Beatles are like pop songwriters who experimented a ton with different sounds and incorporating, especially in the, as they got more into the Sgt. Pepper's period. So would you say, who'd you say is John, or who's John and who's Paul?
Ooh, good one. I mean, actually, I don't think. Well, I would say John is Dave. They kind of write the darker, maybe more.
Really?
Darker.
I was gonna say Paul.
Hold on, hear me out.
Okay, all right.
John and Avi are similar because I think they write the bit more challenging songs, whereas Paul has the more poppier kind of boy next door vibe, as does Panda Bear. Am I wrong? I mean, I'm not. I could be wrong. It's just my.
No, I see you. Definitely the boy next door thing. I was kind of thinking Paul is the goof, or sorry. Yeah, Paul is the goofier one. He's got all his songs with characters and stuff and doing funny voices. So I associate that with Dave as being the more eccentric one. Also sort of, they both kind of started off as the chief songwriters. And then I feel with Noah and John, they're both sort of cooler. They're maybe have more mainstream appeal. John, especially I think of towards the end of the Beatles when John was started going just more straight rock and stuff, and maybe sort of was a more of a cultural, had a cultural presence more so than Paul.
Interesting. Yeah, I could. I see that too.
Both very interesting.
We need to get AI on the case and make some Beatles Animal Collective songs.
Oh, geez.
You know, the Beatles covering Fireworks in the form of Revolver era, and
damn,
vice versa. Anyway, anybody knows how to work the robots out there? Let's make it happen. Let's fuck shit up.
Hope you enjoyed that preview. For access to the full 80-minute deep dive, as well as our Merriweather deep dive and other goodies, head on over to patreon.com/bonefishpod. Huge shout out, as always, to our patrons already supporting us. We're also on Instagram at bonefishpod. Check us out there. And until next time.
Bonefish.